Dave Benson and his partners built a design skate parks all over the world, all over the United States, using specialized composite materials built to withstand outdoor conditions. With so much of this material being ordered and specific shapes being needed, an excess of scrap was building up. So from the scrap heap emerged Epicurean, a business to handle the cutting edge. Cutting boards for your home. These practical kitchen accessories have been a hit, and with so much of the material being ordered, it has advanced Dave's business once again, making stylish patio furniture. With an ever-growing small business, Dave and his team have leaned on the power of a small business server to keep his in-house employees and on-the-go sales force on the same page anytime from anywhere. Please welcome from our satellite studio in New York, Dave Benson. Dave, how are you?
Good. How you doing, Chris?
I'm doing good. I survived my skate into the segment so far.
Did you?
In fairness to me, it wasn't that graceful, but I'm familiar with different trucks. Which is
so you didn't crash or anything, huh?
No, I did not crash.
Right.
I did not crash. Let's talk about the beginning. Let's talk about from the trucks up. Skate parks. How did you get into building skate parks?
We used to, my business partners and I used to work for a company that built event equipment, skate park event equipment, half pipes, things like that. And we would travel around the world putting on events, skating events. And as we were traveling around doing these events, you'd come in and do this event, and then you'd take all the equipment away and move on to the next city. And a lot of these cities didn't have any place for people to skate, and they were basically, cities were putting bans on, no skating and things like that. So we had the idea to go around and build permanent skate parks in cities and park and rec and whatnot.
And obviously these were things that you were sort of custom crafting for the city depending on the space and what they had. So by default, you were having a lot of excess, a lot of scrap material. And the specific materials you were using was sort of the catalyst for your eventual business?
Yeah, exactly. Each park that we would build was custom designed, so to speak, and exactly like you said, built or designed to their spec. And one of the materials we were using, actually a couple of materials we were using, all were exterior grade, high quality materials, but the skating surface we would have a lot of excess material, and we just, obviously we don't want to throw things away, and as we watched that material pile up, we thought, well, what can we use it for? And we knew the material had been used in the commercial kitchens for nearly 40 years, and we started doing some market research and realized that product hadn't been brought to the consumer. And so we brought it, we started by making a few cutting boards, gave them to friends and family, and people loved them, and so we just developed a line and marketed it. And
so ironically, you were using the same sort of materials because they were skate parks, and oftentimes, outdoors uncovered, you needed something weatherproof, pliable, and by default, you had all of these excess scraps.
Yeah.
And who would have thought cutting boards? If somebody would have came out of a poof of smoke all those years ago and said, you will be in a cutting board industry.
I wouldn't have thought that, but
right.
I guess you never know where you end up. So
what was that like when all of a sudden you had this idea, you started manufacturing, Epicurean was born? When was that, oh my gosh, moment that we got a business, this is happening?
Well, our skate park company was called True Ride, and that we started in 1997. And then the Epicurean, which is our cutting board company, we started that in 2003, and now we've grown it to where we're the U.S. and Canada, and we distribute to 30 countries overseas, and we're represented in nearly 5,000 retail stores throughout the world.
So you're international now, which takes us to a whole other level of business, and that's where the small business server came in. Before the server, where were you keeping your information?
Well, before we had our server, it was basically, we were keeping it all our own information on our own computer.
Right.
And really, getting the server really for us was just, it brought everything to a central location. It allowed other people to access, definite, information we needed. As our company's grown, we have 40 employees and nearly 30 workstations. But we rely on that server now every day to access different program files, whether it's for our CNC machines or Salesforce staff, going to get information that they need.
The Vista, and in particular, yeah, you're with the Vista Small Business Server. You've got guys, overseas in other countries, and you mentioned to us that, before it would be an issue with guys, salespeople in Europe. We'd be asleep when they would need help. So this has really changed the way you're able to do business. Yeah,
definitely. Allowing us to access and get information really at any time has really streamlined things for us.
Mm-hmm. And then one of the great things of this server and a lot of the Vista products in general is that it's allowed you to sort of streamline your business, make things easier. You're spending less time trying to find documents and information, get them to the guys overseas. So it's let you focus on other things, which a part of Epicurean's emphasis now is being green. You guys are getting to spend more time trying to sort of give back in a way to the environment, or at least take less, I should say.
Yeah, we like to kind of say continue the cycle. We're working on, we're launching some cutting boards that are made using recycled paper, and another board made using recycled cardboard. And obviously, we're trying to do the best we can for the environment.
You've also expanded beyond the cutting boards here. You've got a whole furniture line. Rob, where's Rob? Come take a load off. Our stage manager is. He's doing the heavy lifting here. I'm going to let him model the chair. This launched as well. You got furniture.
Yeah, we launched Lull Designs last year, and that furniture is made using recycled milk jugs, 100% post-consumer, and that line has really taken off as well. It's got a little more modern twist to it, and I guess the nice thing with the furniture is we're in Minnesota, so pretty hard climate, but you can leave the furniture out year-round and absolutely no maintenance, won't fade, won't stain or anything like that.
Awesome. So. And it all started with skate parks. Dave, thank you so much for your time. We really appreciate it, and best of luck with Epicurean.
Yeah, thanks, Chris. Appreciate it.
We'll never cut things the same way again. For more information on Epicurean and Small Business Server, go to our website, www.sbsummit.com/guests. I'm not threatening you. I'm just foreshadowing a cut of an onion.